Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Gabrielle Kasaya. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any new videos. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and like this video if you want another. Today we are going to be talking about all things Spelman College. It is currently December, and I know many of you are awaiting your acceptance letters, understanding where you are and if you will come to Spelman next year. I am currently a sophomore at Spelman College. Just to introduce myself a little bit, I'm an economics major with a minor in entrepreneurship and innovation. I am heavily involved on campus and campus life, and I just wanted to create this video so some of your questions that you all have asked me on social media or in conversation can be answered. So stay tuned for the rest of today's video. So first, I'm just going to give you guys a little brief reflection so you can kind of understand my experience at Spelman, how it's been for me, and then we can get into answering your questions. So to begin, I came to Spelman, of course, last year. I stayed in Abbey Hall. It's currently under construction, so I'm not sure if that's an option for the new students when they come in. I don't know how any of that is working, but that is the dorm that I stayed in. Sorry guys, the camera is not focusing. Okay, there we go. What else? I started last semester, so my first whole year of Spelman, I did not take any of my major courses. I took all general education courses to like complete your education. I can see if I can find on the screen some of the classes I took, but just let me know if you have any questions about that. I can also tell you the professors that I took for ADW, pre-calc, calculus, all of those things. So I had a very pretty good start. I would say I definitely eased my way into Spelman life, just getting adjusted to college at first. And then at the end of last year, I would say is when I got pretty involved in some of my clubs and activities just to make way for where I wanted to go for this year. So at the end, so last year I was a SGA intern, so our Student Government Association, under Director of Compliance and Safety. And then I also was just a general body member of the Future Business Leaders of Spelman. If you are interested in business, entrepreneurship, law, anything of just like preparing yourself to be a woman in corporate America, would totally recommend you joining FBLS when you come to campus. Also love SGA Down. I'm sure as you all have seen, or if you look back on my channel, you can see some of the things that I've done with SGA, especially on TikTok and Instagram. I focus more than YouTube, but don't worry, it'll be coming to this platform soon. I definitely enjoyed my first year. I definitely think that I wish I would have had a little more guidance about what to do and what not to do and just how to really map myself out to have the best possible outcome. However, it is learning. I'm a work in progress. I'm still working towards my goals to this day, and I think that Spelman has helped me with that and through this journey immensely. So I love Spelly C Down. Let's get into this year. So this year, I'm actually not on campus. I'm off campus due to just some of the construction on campus. I did not get on-campus housing. So I'm about 15 minutes away. That was completely fine for me because I did have a vehicle. So it wasn't too bad of an adjustment. I just drive to school every day. I'm a commuter now. I park on campus, still go to campus for class and stuff and my other activities. So everything in that regard is very okay. What else? I took 19 credits this semester, and I had Braven my sophomore year. You'll hear a lot about Braven. It's a leadership course. We all have to take it, but that is how many credits I take. I feel so I'm doing pretty well. I think once you find balance in your academics at Spelman, you will be more than fine to perform above averagely, have the GPA you desire and the grades. But if not, there is still room and space for you to grow, for you to get help with the Student Success Center and other programs that we have on campus to ensure that you are doing your very best. Sophomore year and freshman year is a very big jump. I definitely feel like I've heard like, oh, your French changed from freshman year to sophomore year. And I think sometimes it can sound scary, but the reality of it is you just change so much as a person from freshman year to sophomore year. And I think you grow so much. And a lot of that is due to like Spelman and how they teach us and what they explain and just how you are comforted and placed in an environment that is nurtured for Black women to grow and to become better. So that is the truth of the matter. Without further ado, I'm going to get into some of the questions that you all asked me. So because of that, I'll probably look at my phone just down a few times. And comment also down below if you have any questions that I don't answer during this video part, because I'm more than happy to make another video and answer them for you all. So one of the first questions that were asked was, friendships and networking, how have they evolved since your freshman year? Something that I feel like I've noticed, at least, this is also my personal perspective. I'll definitely try and make a video with like different people's perspectives from Spelman with different age groups and things in the second semester, just so you guys can have a broader understanding of some things. However, from my perspective, especially living off campus, I think that sometimes your friendships and your networks are gonna get bigger because you're meeting more people. But that doesn't mean that you're going to be like hanging out with all those people 24/7. You're going to see them and speak, and like y'all might get lunch and catch up, but it doesn't have to be like that's your girl that's like sleeping over every night and doing those things. So I think sometimes people get caught up in the aesthetic of friendship that a lot of people see on social media, but that's not actually the case in real life. And don't feel down or bad about yourself because that's not your experience, but understand like what do you even want friendship to look like in your life. And I think that's something that's big just outside of Spelman and college in general, just in growing up in adulthood. Who is your ideal friend and what do they look like and what do they represent for you? And I think once you find that answer, you'll feel a lot differently about like the relationships that you curate. Next, we have favorite spots to study on campus, to study, relax, or socialize. My favorite study space is the second floor of Cosby. It's like a computer lounge, and like they have booths and tables and all these different chairs where you can sit at and study. That is one of my favorite places. And then of course in Lower Manly there's areas to study as well. I find I do get more work done in Cosby though because it is a little quieter and there's less like people at Starbucks or food or things of that nature for me to get distracted. Now we have clubs, organizations, or leadership opportunities you've joined. So I touched a little bit about this earlier. So my interest when I first came into Spelman was in real estate. So my first semester I did a virtual internship. I do recommend that you do a virtual internship if you really want to get ahead of the summer internship game, if you have time and your coursework isn't overbearing yet. It's great to get something on your resume for you to just have another thing showing that you have interest in this workplace. Or there's so many different career opportunities on Spelman's campus that you can probably go to like a networking dinner or a luncheon, and that can go on your resume as well as like something that you've done towards your career goal. I joined Future Business Leaders of Spelman at the beginning of my freshman year. That was definitely a good way for me to get some professional insight, building my resume, career placement, things of that nature. Definitely would recommend anyone joining that. It's an application process and then you find out if you were granted membership. Totally would recommend that. In the community service area, I joined Collegiate 100, which is organization that kind of goes and mentors the students at schools. There's so many different community service orgs on Spelman's campus. Skirts is probably the biggest one that you probably have heard if you're interested or have already applied. Definitely would recommend joining and applying to that as well. And then I became the SGA intern, which I really love just understanding it. I was on like the student leadership team at my school, which was similar to the Student Government Association. So I was very familiar in the work that they do. So that was a perfect place for me to go and really hone in on my skills while serving the Spelman community. Next, it says, how has Spelman influenced your personal growth and confidence? I find actually that a lot of people, or a lot of videos I see, actually I saw a TikTok the other day and it was like, is Spelman just a pretty girl competition, blah blah blah. And this woman was going on about her experience, and not to downplay or degrade her experience at all, but I definitely feel as though I've had a different experience. I think one person explained it to me best when I started first year, and this is the truth. Everyone from Spelman is the top of the top. Like, you're getting girls who have come from amazing schools, have great GPAs, were involved on campus at like their high school and in their community, and that's just what Spelman is. So you're surrounded by people who are great, who want to be great and are only getting greater. I believe that is such an amazing, nurturing environment as long as you do it in the right way. Like, you shouldn't come in apprehensive because someone might have done something better than you or someone might have done that, but it's just like, no, my sister to the left of me, my sister to the right of me works hard, they achieve exactly what they set out to do, and we're all going to go to the same place of success that we all want to go to. So I think that my growth at Spelman, I've definitely evolved as a young woman. I definitely think it nurtured me in that sense of just understanding what is my place in the world, how do I want to show up as a woman, how can I evoke change based on some of the small things that I'm doing, and where is my change seen within my community. I also think that it was just helpful in like learning who I was. I think a lot of us have an idea of who we are as we end high school, but Spelman definitely helps you figure out who are you and how do you want to represent yourself and who do you want to become. And I think it's the perfect environment for a young black girl to grow into a woman. Okay, so the next question I received was, what resources does Spelman offer for internships and career development, and how do you make the most of Spelman's alumni network? So just a brief little tidbit. Spelman is always alumni, like think of your knee, because we're all women. So just as like you're speaking to people, don't forget that. Also, I think Spelman has career services, and they're literally a whole division on Spelman's campus where you can go in, you can plan out where do you want your career to go, what skills do you have, and what job would be best for you. Internship opportunities, employment opportunities, like really use those resources, and I feel like once you do that and hone in on that, you'll be set. Also, I cannot tell you how many emails I get a day to my Spelman email about career opportunities, internship opportunities. There's been at least 20 emails sent out about different internships that are open, and that is literally how you leverage Spelman's tools that they give you to get to where you want to go, which whether that be an internship, a part-time job, you can get employment on campus that you can add to your resume. There's so many opportunities, and if you don't feel that the opportunity is there for you out there, just talk to your professor, talk to the head of your department, go talk to career services. They are willing to help and look for you to ensure that you find something that benefits you the best. Then to get into the second part of the question, leveraging Spelman's alumni network, I think I wasn't really sure how to do this best at first. I probably am not maximizing it to the degree that I need to be. However, I think just starting with LinkedIn, like do a job search, and then you'll see like on LinkedIn it'll say like, oh, you both studied at Spelman College. Reach out to them on the little messaging like, hi, I'm Gabrielle Adams, I'm a sophomore economics major, I was really interested in your role at this, would you mind doing a 15-minute coffee chat, or can I have your email so we can discuss further? That alone, they're going to want to help you. They're going to share their knowledge and jump on a call. The amount of calls I've jumped on just because of that outreach is so vast. And especially Spelman alumni always come back to campus. Like if you run into one who's in your field or in this, like literally walk up to them and be like, hi, this is who I am, this is what I'm interested in, are you willing to like have a 15-minute chat, or can we talk sometime, can we do lunch to discuss more? And that is how you leverage the network. That is how you build your I guess contact book, in a sense, of people who are willing to help you and assist you. And that is how you leverage that network and have people who are older than you and have already been in certain places able to guide you. Because I definitely know when I was thinking about marketing, I spoke to one of our alumni who was in marketing, shout out to her, and she was helping me. She was like, if you want to do an internship, don't go into this industry because it's not going to help you and place you in the exact role that you want to be post matriculation. And those little things are the things that I believe set Spelman apart from other institutions, just because of the alumni network. Okay, another question that I received is, what are some of the unique traditions at Spelman besides Founders Day? So all of you probably know, if you're applying to Spelman or if you're just Spelman interest, we have Founders Day. It's a beautiful day just celebrating our founders, celebrating the Spelman legacy and the people that came before. Some of my other favorite things is, of course, you have homecoming and Spring Fest in the spring. But like late night breakfast, that is always probably like the last week of school or the week before the last week of school, right before finals. We all like, there's a DJ, there's music, there's food, and we just like all party and relish in like this Spelman connectivity, this sisterhood, all of that. I think also, what are my favorite times on campus? NSO week for first year students, that is an amazing time on campus. Like, there's so much love and joy and just energy that you guys are coming to Spelman, and then we're also returning, so along with that, probably the first week of school too, just like being happy to like see your friends again and see your girls. Like, it's such a good time. I think other than that, I don't really know what other Spelman traditions, like I can't really think of too many right now, but I will say that there's like, everything at Spelman is not a necessarily like stated tradition, but a lot of things we just join together and bond over. So I think some of those small times of just like seeing your girls in the lounge at your dorm and talking, like those are some of my favorite moments as well, that I really feel like really make your Spelman experience. Next question, what challenges have you faced at Spelman, and how has Spelman's support system or the life lessons you learned at Spelman help you through it? So I think to start with some of the challenges, I definitely feel as though I just had to learn who I was. I think when you exit high school and enter college, you become a whole different person. Not in a bad way, but just like learning yourself, living with a roommate, well, for me it was far away from home. Like, I don't live near here, so it's just like having a new environment and understanding how all those dynamics change you as a person. Spelman helped in, well, first the sisterhood. I had all of my friends around me and we were kind of like learning together, and I think that definitely makes a world of a difference because I wasn't going through it alone necessarily. I also think like academics wise, I had my advisor, I had the head of my department, I had girls who are older than me who have taken certain classes and they can be like, don't take this class, or do this, or talk to this professor, or get involved in this activity. And I think that is so, I guess I would say that is the game changer for Spelman. Like, having the people around you who are willing to help you. I think I never was like, oh, like she's not gonna want to help me, or this professor is not gonna want to help me. No, like they all are rooting for you and rooting for your success, and I think that is what made me comfortable in my discomfort and in my learning which way was the right way and how to do certain things. Okay, the next question I have is, how did you pay for college without taking a crazy loan? I definitely would say a lot of people go through the financial questions with Spelman because it is definitely a large chunk of funding. I think apply to scholarships. I cannot say this enough, but what I will also say is after your first year in Spelman, you are opened up to a scholarship portal. So I know for some people it was really more about figuring out how they were going to pay for their first year, and after they were, kind of assuming or hoping that they would receive a scholarship. And for many that is the case, or they find someone or a different outside scholarship and they're able to do that. So I would say definitely keep your grades up so you can apply to the scholarships, have extracurricular activities. Also, the truth of the matter is that sometimes you do have to take out a loan just to make it, and I think you really have to assess your finances, your family, your parents, really understand that. There's always work study, Pell Grants, all different kind of funding. So I think it is possible if you put the work in. Start looking at scholarships now, call the financial aid office, and you'll find a way. You will make a way for you to be there. I see it all the time, but I will say, sorry guys, that there is also people who don't, and that is the sad truth of the matter. But 9 times out of 10 you'll be okay. Reach out to people, call the financial aid office, apply to scholarships, tap into your networks, and I guess let me know if you need assistance, because I definitely have my fair share of applying to scholarships. My next question is, what is one thing you wish you knew before coming to Spelman? I find that this is such a hard question, and I'm actually going to open the comment section. If you're a current Spelman student, please comment down below what your answer to this question would be. I think I wish someone would have told me that the time is going to go by fast and these are going to be the best years of your life, and it's also going to promote the most growth. I don't feel like I've ever grown in in a year span so much until I came to Spelman. Academically, physically, mentally, emotionally, like in all facets of my life, I have truly grown, and I'm so grateful to Spelman for doing that. I would say that Spelman is not an easy road, or however you want to call it. Like, you are not going to get here and it's just going to be like sunshine and rainbows. You're going to have your hard days, you're going to have tears, you're going to have joy, you're going to have laughter. And all of that is just part of the process and part of the experience. There's going to be times when you're like, I don't know why I chose to take this class or to do this. But just know that everything happens for a reason, and Spelman is going to be your home for the next 4 years and forever after that. You're going to come back for homecoming and just remember the joyous occasions that you had while on campus. So I'll say the thing that I wish I knew before coming to Spelman is that these 4 years are going to change my life, and I'm going to become a completely different person. And the people that I'm going to surround myself with, I'm going to love for the rest of my life. And my last question that I have for you guys today is, what is the best way to make Spelman feel like home? I think I still struggle with this sometimes, but I definitely feel as though just immersing yourself in Spelman culture, like go out, go try new things, go to different clubs and activities, meet new people. I think really just socializing and surrounding yourself in Spelman will truly make Spelman feel like home, because you are going to be surrounded by Spelman and like everyone is happy to be here. So I think that happiness definitely carries you along and kind of like comforts you in a sense to make you feel like home, if you will. I hope that all of these tips helped you guys, and that answering these questions definitely helped you make your decision. I think Spelman is a very imperative decision. I tell this, my cousin actually went to college last year, and I was just telling him, like, where you decide to go for college is really deciding how you want to place your trajectory for adult life. You leave high school understanding like there are different things in life going on. You may, who knows what you want to do, but where you choose for college is really going to shape you into the young woman or young man that you are becoming. So really make that choice with a lot of intention. I think you have to think about, where do you want to be? How do you want the alumni network or the alumni network in your college to help you post-college? What do you want to do post-college? What school has the best major, the best outcomes for your industry? You have so many things to think about, and I think all of those small decisions create that big decision of what college you're going to. I really hope that you all get accepted. Comment down below and let me know. Come back to this video when you get accepted, what dorm you're planning to stay in. I can do a second part of this video of just like post acceptance into Spelman, the do's, the don'ts, the how-tos. But I just recommend you and wish you guys all the best in your college journey. College is an amazing experience, to say the least, and I think that, of course, you should make a choice to change the world and go to Spelman. But these are just some things that I've learned along my college journey. I hope that these tips help you all so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video.